Project 613, day 157. As we learned yesterday, when you bring a sacrifice to the Holy Temple, that animal must be perfect and not have a specific list of blemishes that would disqualify the animal from being used as a sacrifice. We explained you're not even allowed to designate a blemished animal as a sacrifice, not allowed to slaughter it or sprinkle its blood on the altar. Today we learn another negative commandment, that one is not allowed to burn the fats, the sacrificial fats of an animal which is blemished on the altar. Let's say the blemish is a temporary blemish. We are not allowed to offer such an animal as well. So one is not allowed to sacrifice an animal with a temporary blemish as a sacrifice. Let's say a non-Jew came to the temple and brought a korban, brought an animal to be brought as a sacrifice. And in the Holy Temple, they would accept sacrifices from non-Jews. If you think that there is a different standard for non-Jewish sacrifices, you're wrong. While it is true that if a non-Jew offers a sacrifice to God outside of the Holy Temple, they are not necessarily bound by the list of blemishes that would disqualify a sacrifice. But if that sacrifice is being offered in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, that sacrifice has the same standards as any other sacrifice offered by a Jew. So that's another negative commandment. We are not allowed to offer a sacrifice that was brought by a non-Jew which has a blemish. If it is unblemished, if it is perfect, if it fits the standards of Jewish sacrifices, then obviously we do accept the sacrifice and we offer it on the altar. Here's another negative commandment. We are not allowed to cause a blemish in an animal that was designated as a sacrifice. So if this cow, it was determined that this cow would be used as a sacrifice, we have to be very careful that this cow should not become blemished. Or specifically, we're not allowed to do anything to that cow that will cause it to become blemished. But let's say there is a situation where you have a cow or a sheep or a goat that was designated as a sacrifice, and then for whatever reason it became blemished. You can't offer it as a sacrifice in the Holy Temple anymore, so what do? The Torah provides another mitzvah, which is redeeming the blemished sacrifice. You're able to take the sacrifice. You see, how much is it worth? It's $60. Very good. We take $60 and we say, this animal is redeemed on this money. Now the holiness that's associated with this animal as a sacrifice now becomes part of those $60, and then we take that money and purchase another animal which becomes a sacrifice, and that blemished animal is like any other animal out there, and you can either slaughter it to eat at home for a Shabbos meal or any meal for that matter, or you can just let it go and do whatever you want with it. Thank you all for. So that is the positive commandment of redeeming a blemished offering. Thank you all for watching. More tomorrow.